Alright, cool. This is exactly what we're looking for. This is why we came to this planet. Hoping to get one of these guys. We need to send a mech down. Probably going to be the Commando 1B here, so send that down. Alright. So that is an amazing pickup for us. We do need to go back into the mech bay and repair that damn Horser again. Manage task, put that at the top of the list. Alright, before we decide anything else, do we want to stick around? I would say yes. Because we have more contracts. At the very least, I'd want to do this one, because it pays pretty damn well. It doesn't have the crazy salvage this one does, but pays pretty damn well. So I probably should stick around for this one, especially as our goal is to get House Merrick to like us. So with that in mind, where are we on the reputation right now? 62. I don't know what number you need, but I'm assuming you get across this bar. Again, it's been a while since I've done this game. It's been quite a while. Yeah, we will, but it's going to take a long time, so not now. Probably before we travel somewhere else. Oh. Take a look at our mech warriors, and then we'll take that contract. Alright, you got 2,000 experience. We don't really need the minimum... Oh, no, we do need the minimum range for that AC-5. So, yes, that's actually a good pickup. I'd have to look at what the minimum range of an AC-5 is normally, but that would very much reduce it. Okay, we're doing that for sure.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Lawyer...
Yes, Commander.
Really need that. Indirect fire penalty reductions is pretty good. I kind of want to get our accuracy up, though. I'm going to sit on that one, because another mission that gives us about that same experience would get her where we were looking for.
They will be done.
What about you? Minimum range really doesn't do us any good, but that does us amazing good. We're going to definitely do this. Because getting more called shot accuracy is going to help us a lot.
Complete.
And then... Stargazer.
Standing by.
Nothing that we can afford. Alright! Let's go to the Argo. We'll wait that one day to get our Horser repaired. That will be the last time... These last couple contracts will be the last time we use the Enforcer as a frontline mech. More than likely. Alright, let's do this one because it pays pretty damn well. We could use the money. I'm fine with this. We'll just keep it as is. We get 8 reputation. Would get us into, I think, 70. We probably do want to do both missions. This one might be dicey, though. We'll have to see how it goes down. This is where having the Vindicator actually may help us. Having a little bit more long-range punch instead of the Firestarter. Because the Firestarter close range isn't going to help us too much against turrets. So... Now, which pilot should be in the Vindicator is the question. I think it's probably fine the way it is. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to go with. A little bit more weight, a little bit more long-range firepower, I think is going to do us good. Alrighty. Let's deploy. Well, the Firestarter is amazing, especially in the battle realm. I personally think that it really helped us in that last fight. Because our opponent had a lot of evasion, and that really just doesn't matter with the Firestarter with all those small lasers. It just doesn't matter. Alrighty.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, the capture base is just up ahead, Commander. Move in, engage the base defenses, and start the demolition. Forces to capture the base are still on site, so be ready for opposition. Now these might be slightly heavier turrets than we're used to, so we do have to be a little bit ready for that.
I'm there.
Let's have you just advance up the road.
Moving to position.
Sure, move there. You might get a sensor lock on somebody.
Sensors
Perfect.
have something.
Alright, so a light mech. Be able to get over the ridge and see us. Oh, not quite. Alright. Then we can reserve through because it's the only mech we can see, so it's not likely. Oh, I say it's not likely, and then look what happens. We're gonna reserve through here.
Waiting for the shot.
Ooh, we got medium mechs. Well, they could have been vehicles, but they indeed are medium.
Good to go.
Okay, in this circumstance, we're probably better off with the sensor lock, because otherwise we're not going to be hitting that Jenner.
Firing jump jets.
And be nice to not have them see me as well.
Got a lock.
Okay, we got a turret in view. Something on the heavy. Alright, let's go ahead and reserve. Try and work our way through these turrets.
Standing by.
Probably not the best one to take the first shot. Because your shot's going to matter more than everybody else's. You'd be able to see me there, huh? You'd be able to see me there? Alright. We'll go with that.
Engaging jump jets.
Not a high probability we're going to hit this guy, but...
Engaging target.
Alright. Maybe you should have led with the Vindicator, honestly, in hindsight, but... oh well.
No damage detected.
Okay.
I'm ready.
You can see me there, huh? Ideally, we want to move into a position where they can't see me, but it's kind of tricky because I got to look at this at various angles.
Roger that.
That'll do.
Engaging target.
Good hit. Alright.
Waiting for orders.
If you're curious why I'm trying to avoid it seeing me so much, it's because if it sees me and there's turrets that have LRMs, then they'd open up on me.
Gotcha.
So we'll just take that out of the equation. Because it seems like there's a fair number of turrets, which we expected that to be a possibility. Okay, we'll go ahead and reserve. More than likely, they're going to be able to get in vision of me. Jenner definitely did so. Wait, didn't we jump into the wood? Must have messed that up, because it's not giving me damage reduction.
Showing minor damage.
Alright. You didn't get a lot of evasion, though, out of that.
Standing by.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty good shot. Could go with the precision strike to make this more accurate, but at this point, I think we save our points. Go with what we get.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
I don't think this Jenner's going to live long.
Something good.
Their medium mech will get its things in. Oh no, it sensor locked me. That's bad.
Yes, Commander.
Apparently it's tough to get a direct line of sight for whatever reason. And I don't have one here. Had one over here. Okay. Well, we're just gonna have to make do with what we got. There's an LRM-5 shot. Not a whole lot we can do to protect the
I think I hit something
Jenner,
good.
because they locked it up. So any LRMs they have. I can get the shot there. Guess we'll just do a walk. Gonna be obstructed vision no matter what, so come on up. Pretty good chance we get the kill here. I think this is a viable time to use that precision strike. Sure, I'll go after the leg. If you go after the leg, you're guaranteed not going to hit it.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Okay, good. That's down, so they don't have vision anymore outside of that sensor lock, which not a whole lot we can do about. Now, we don't know what that heavy contact is. So I'm really curious.
10-4. Commander?
You're the only one that we could move, but not a whole lot we can do with you at the moment because I don't have vision. We're just going to move you. Yeah, they do have LRMs. This is going to hurt a little bit. Ah. I blame that on you, Leo. You said we hadn't taken any pilot injuries. We'll let that light mech come on down. Javelin. Alright, Stargazer.
Standing by.
Thankfully, we do have a backup scout, so that's actually the easiest loss for us to handle. Good point. Indeed, they do come from the sky.
Targeting for an alpha
Ooh,
strike.
pretty good focus damage there. I like that.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Alright, move our ass out of here. I think that's a good spot for us.
Moving
Get pretty
to
good
position.
evasion, but also get into cover. Because they may sensor lock me again. No, they're going to go for the LRM-5 shot. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. Alright, let's see if we can finish off this javelin. So we'll start...
Ready for orders.
You have a direct line of sight. You do. Pretty good one.
Got it, Commander.
Good. Awesome.
Mech destroyed.
There goes their vision. They didn't lock me up, so we're in a good position to deal with them. What do we think this is? Could be a Shadowhawk. Could be a Wolverine. Although, no, Wolverines don't have LRMs. So a Griffin? It is a heavy mech. That's interesting. It is not a vehicle. It's going to be tough for me to get vision or anything, so this is probably going to be more a positioning turn than anything else. Do we come over here to deal with this heavy mech, or do we just ignore it? I think we just ignore it. It seems to be moving relatively slowly, and it's not really close to attacking us.
Waiting for orders.
Get our mechs into really good positions here. More than likely, the Vindicator is going to be the target here for this turn's attack. So, reserve, let their medium mech do its
Waiting for
thing.
the shot.
It didn't come over the hill, so
Yes, Commander.
that makes it a perfect target for a sensor lock.
Move order received.
Let's see what we got.
I've got a sensor lock.
The Griffin 1S. Okay, so that was one of the choices. Thought it might be that.
Commander?
Most of my mechs are not really going to be able to attack them, though. Kind of the problem, so...
Coordinates received.
I think we go with the precision strike here, because what else are we going to use that for? I'm just going to go center mass.
Roger.
I really don't
Target
care where
confirmed.
these missiles land. I mean, obviously we want them to land concentrated, but they won't do that because they're LRMs.
I'm receiving you.
Freak doesn't have enough movement to really get in there with a direct line of sight, so... just go ahead and drop the LRM-5. We're just gonna have to be patient here.
Up high.
Standing by.
Guy's getting closer than I gave him credit for. Somewhat scary. Let's move you back over to the rest of the group so you can defend over this way. Alright. We're gonna wait for the medium... well, no, we can't really wait for that medium mech,
Good to
so...
go.
sure we keep them within sensor range. Looks like that will be fairly easy to do. Double check. Heed.
Acknowledged. Got a lock.
Okay.
Standing by.
So more for the benefit of Lawyer than anyone else. I can get her into cover and then smack that guy again with another LRM-20.
Rolling. 10-4.
Okay, excellent. At this point, we reserve, wait for him to come to us. Owie. That was a pretty lucky shot. It seems like PPCs always have this, like, extremely lucky nonsense. Well, they can see us, so we kind of have to deal with that, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and reserve. Let the Griffin do its thing. I really like the Thunderbolt. I think it's a very solid mech.
Warning. Detecting mech warrior injury.
Now we've got the Curse of Leo. Getting head hits all over the place. Alright, we're going to do a multi-target situation here. You're going to be A, you're going to be B, and B is just going to be the large laser. Thunderbolt's going to be hard to take down, granted it does have half armor.
Engaging multiple targets.
Okay, good lucky hit there. Well, jump jet's not really worth a whole lot, but... and then we're going to do a little bit of back pedal. Move their vision, if I can. It's possible they still have vision of me. So this movement does nothing, but give it a go.
Engaging jump jets.
Okay, so we had no response. It's a good sign, I think.
I live to serve.
Ooh, we got a full salvo here. I definitely think we go the precision strike with this, because this is a pretty damn good shot. We go center mass. Pretty good chance of getting the kill.
Roger that.
Except we didn't.
I think things are going swimmingly. Don't you?
Now, this is one of those situations where we have many choices here. But I think the wisest thing is to break vision so the turrets can't just open up on me. Question is, where do we get that? Ugh. Well, we can move back and just not worry about having cover or not.
Lifting off.
I mean, on this planet, we've got very good heat efficiency, so it's not really too much of a concern. I can see my trebuchet. Well, it was a gamble worth taking. Trebuchet has pretty good damage reduction. I'd prefer not to get hit, but you don't always get what you want.
Waiting for orders.
This is a tricky situation. We're gonna have to reserve.
Reserving action.
Just fine. Go for the Griffin kill here. Ricochet has a fairly good chance of pulling it off. How much health do you have here? 34? I don't know if a precision strike is the right call here. She'd be the best at it. Another thing I could do is I could use a Vigilance instead, which would give her a lot of damage reduction because we know the Thunderbolt's going to go after her. So I think that's the route I'm going to take. Maybe that's not the right call, but...
All weapons are go. Mech destroyed.
Alright. Because more than likely the first mech the Thunderbolt's going to see is that Trebuchet. So we get a good amount of damage reduction there, which will be 60% if I remember correctly. We're in the woods, we have Bulwark, and we just use Vigilance. So that should be 60% damage reduction. So as much as we don't really want the Trebuchet to be a frontline mech, it is what it is. If it can't see me, that's even better, but... I have a feeling that that is it seeing me.
Standing by.
I'm here.
Okay, we hit it with everything. It does have 2 evasion, so this is definitely a called shot situation, precision strike situation. Left torso's already taken a beating. What's in the left torso? A lot of the medium lasers in an SRM-6. I think that's a good call.
Bon appetit.
If we didn't barely hit it there, so... Oh, okay, I think we stripped the armor, so that's
This
progress.
just in. Critical hit.
Okay, LRMs are coming. That's actually the good target for us, though, because the Vindicator has a lot of evasion. Still hit a damn lot. This is probably going to be the last contract we do from just the sheer number of pilot injuries we have now.
Engaging jump jets. Engaging target.
Target destroyed.
Yeah! A headshot on a Thunderbolt. Granted, we can't loot it. Any other day, I'd be jumping up and down because we just got 3 parts of a Thunderbolt, but I can't take them. That's a bummer.
Commander.
Well, we got the kill, so we'll just be happy about that.
On it.
I mean, I could get a sensor lock, but I don't really know what the point of that is, so we just brace. Alright. Yeah, that is true. My rule set was when I started out is if ever I salvage a heavy mech, whether intentionally or not, that I would have to sell it immediately. But that doesn't mean I am not allowed to salvage it. So just means I'm not allowed to keep it.
Receiving you.
There's a possibility they'll lock me up, which would suck. So you know what? We should probably jump. Get a little bit more evasion. But I'm going to use this opportunity to sensor lock this closest turret. Is that the only turret I know about? Sure looks like it.
Sensors locked on.
What is an LRM turret? So that's good that we're finding that, because that was one of the things that's been kind of a
I'm
nuisance
here.
for us. Yeah.
Move order received.
Well, if we have a possibility of getting a Griffin 1S, I might take that over. I really have to think about it.
Firing.
It just depends. Because Griffin 1S is something we can use. I don't know if we have enough parts for it, though, that we would get a full one, so... Alright, you're just gonna... Jumping towards the prize.
Engaging jump jets.
Let's hope they don't have any reinforcements or anything. They may.
Standing by.
Same thing. Let's start jumping towards where we get. We can use our LRM-5 to some effect. Probably might get the kill here. Only need one to land. Hey, we did it!
Target destroyed.
Yeah. I don't know how many more turrets there are, but there definitely are turrets. But they can't see us, so we're now in like the non-combat mode, so... At least I think we are. We'll find out in a second.
Engaging jump jets.
Yeah, we're in the non-combat. Will it allow me to attack this turn? It will let me attack this turn. I'll take advantage of that. Yeah, that's what I would figure. 3 more turrets.
Firing
Normally they don't let you attack during these rounds. Yeah, I don't think it's going to let me. Yeah, it doesn't have the attack option. I was pretty sure that was true, but I wasn't 100%. Guess we'll jump here.
Lifting off.
I was just curious because it was marking the red lines. But I guess it's just to let you know where your line of sight would be. Guess we could just do a normal move. Get a little bit more cool. Okay, so we know where 2 of the turrets are. One there. 100% where the other one is, but clearly... Ah, there it is. Okay. Usually you just look for the pylons, but lighting conditions are not necessarily the greatest on this map right now.
Good to go.
I'd be able to see it if I move here, which I kind of want to do, because we have the initiative advantage.
Moving to position.
Alright, what do we got? We got a sniper turret and a LRM turret. Well, let's take the sniper turret out.
On it.
I'm assuming that's going to be a kill. Oh, okay, never mind.
That turret is gone.
Okay, so we have sensor contact to that one. That one will be harder for us to get at. So we'll just go with the trebuchet now. No point in beating around the bush.
Copy that.
Anything that can't attack the turret will attack the buildings instead. We need to destroy 5 of.
Copy that.
This will be, I think, just shy of getting the kill. Alright.
I await
Have
your
you
command.
jump up. Maybe a multi-target here. You have 2 health. I think we can get away with just another M5. Didn't I hit the multi-target? What do we got? I should check what the buildings are. Large, medium. I'm gonna hit the large, even though it'll be harder to kill, just because I can hit it with more things, so. And search that to be.
Multiple enemies locked in.
Alright, that should do it. Just one more turret. And it shouldn't be able to get vision on me. And if it can't get vision on me, then it's not going to be able to do a whole lot. Large, medium, large. I'll just go up to the large building here, I guess. Oh, that has a F-ton of damage. I'm kind of regretting attacking this thing now, because it's going to take a while to kill it.
Target.
But now I started, I better finish. Completely arbitrary which buildings I attack, but...
Standing by.
I think this is a sensor lock situation. I'm just gonna move up.
Location
Sensor lock the
confirmed.
turret and be done with it. Because there are two LRMs, I think we'll get the job done.
Yes, Commander. Location confirmed.
Multi-target. You're gonna be A. You're gonna be B.
Copy that.
Alright, similar situation here.
Will be
The
done.
LRM-5 should do the job.
Acknowledged.
Question is, how many turns will it take me to kill this larger building?
Multiple targets confirmed.
Lessons learned. Alright, no more opposition. At least there shouldn't be.
That turret is gone.
Engaging target.
Alright, we'll have it next turn. This is the slimmest of health.
Let's do this.
Alright, small buildings are the real easy thing to kill. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get to one. So we'll go after this medium building instead.
Confirmed.
Well, these things have a ton of damage. 400 for a medium building? That seems a little outrageous. Aren't they normally like 150?
Orders?
Alright.
Affirmative.
Let's try and finish this sucker off. So, how much health do you have left? 65. Alright, this is going to be a multi-target situation. You're going to be A. You're going to be B. And you are going to be C. C is going to be the LRM-5. That's going to be A. And B is going to be the large laser.
Affirmative.
Okay, building is finally dead.
Good shot, Commander. Enemy structure down.
Question is, how much health does the small buildings have? Not much. Question is, how many small buildings are there? It looks like there's all of one. Yeah, I've never seen this much health on these buildings before. It seems a little outrageous. I'll just go everything against this
Order
building.
acknowledged.
Maybe they did that to balance the game a little bit
Engaging
better.
target.
Although previous missions have had less health on the building, so I'm not really sure what the hell's going on. Ideally, we want to take out the small building.
Engaging jump jets.
Then I guess we start on this medium building that's near us. Everything else is a large building, which we don't... So we want these two buildings and then... Well, multi-target. A, B. We're just going to take a risk with B and say medium laser.
Engaging multiple targets.
Yeah, building armor. Well, there's a military facility, I guess. Although, I'm not sure what the other facilities are supposed to be in comparison.
Target building destroyed.
Yes, Commander.
Alright. Circling
On
around.
my way.
Pick at this building some more. Actually, we wanted to hit this building. Oh, well, we want to eventually hit this building, too.
Confirmed.
How much health do you have? 65, so it's kind of a waste to fire everything. We'll do the 2 medium lasers and the small laser. That way, if something misses... Well, we'd have to hit with everything if we did that. Alright, so you're going to be... A, and you're going to be B. I'm not sure how we're going to divide this yet, because this would barely give us enough damage. But I think I'm going to do that for B, just to be sure in case we miss something. Although if we miss with a large laser, it's kind of a moot.
Engaging multiple targets.
Good. Well, that building didn't seemingly have that much health. Okay, just one more building to go then.
Target building destroyed.
I'm your spaniel.
Alright. And this thing doesn't have a lot of health left, so we'll just smack it with everything here.
Target confirmed.
Yeah, that would be fun if you could punch buildings.
To the LZ command.
That from above a building? Alright, we're done. Alrighty. That's why you always bring energy weapons. Alright, good bonuses. That's cool. Alright, so we got a lot of pilot injuries. I think too many to justify staying on this planet, unfortunately. Even though we might only be one contract away from getting the alliance we need. I'll have to think about it. So yeah, I think I should take that Griffin 1S, especially as I think we can purchase a part here. Definitely should take that. Let's see if there's any special weapon systems before we make any other decisions. Doesn't appear that there is. Well, generators help us, but from a money standpoint, the Thunderbolt is the better pickup. I'm going to do the thing that helps us from a material standpoint. We got a Thunderbolt part anyway, so worked out in the end. Although we could have had two Thunderbolt parts. Alright, so we buy that Griffin 1S part, we get another Griffin, we get another 55-ton mech. That puts us in a really solid spot. At almost an endgame situation. I mean, there's obvious upgrades we could do, but definitely in a much better situation than we've been in. Because I could run 3 medium mechs and a light mech, and that's pretty solid. Whether or not we would want to do that, we'd have to think about, but let's take a look at the command center just to see for sure, like, what contracts are here. Yeah, unfortunately, I think this contract is probably a little too tough for our inexperienced pilots to handle, because it would be almost the same mission we just had in a worse environment with weaker pilots. Possibly doable, but I'm thinking we lick our wounds, we get our mechs set up, and kind of go from there. So first things first, let's go to the store and make sure that I'm not remembering incorrectly. Ah, it was a 1N part, damn. That sucks. You use that extra speed? Yes, we do use that extra speed. Alright, well, let's take a look at, because our loadout is all about maneuverability and what have you. Light cavalry. Alright, yeah, I think we move on. So we've got a Wolverine to upgrade. Question is, where would we go? We just came from a 2-skull area, right? Oh. I want somewhere that has House Merrick, but I don't know 100% where that's going to be. 2-skull is kind of in our wheelhouse, so I wouldn't mind that. Do we have any, what you call it? Flashpoints? There's 2 over here, but no new ones. Yeah, I don't think we were going to do these ones right away. Well, we could find out if they have an interest here. They have an interest in this system. That might not be bad. What do we got? Agriculture, aquaculture, medium gravity planet, moderate population, planet-wide forest, primitive civilization, tropical world. Maybe not the best stores. What was the travel time on that? 14 days? Black market. Primitive civilization. Parent world. Token population. Travel hub. Yeah, the mechs that we want are Griffin, Shadowhawk. We already got a Wolverine, so that's good. Kintaro, things like that. Nice 55-ton mechs to get you good mobility. Agriculture, extensive volcanism. Gravity planet, small population, water world. Not a water world. This might be a little bit better planet from a store standpoint. Kind of expensive to travel there, though. All of these areas, though... Oh, there's a travel contract here. And Merrick likes this area. Let's see what we got for the travel contract. It's a Merrick contract that makes things easier. It's not. Well, let's make sure it's not against House Merrick, because that would be a bummer. One of our facilities has gone dark, and we're not sure why. Let's see. Who is it against? I'm not sure it out and out says. It doesn't say who the opposition is. What is this mission? Assassinate. That's a better mission. Oh, is this a Martian planet? I don't want to be on a Martian planet. Damn it. I don't want to be on a Martian planet. That'll heat us up like crazy. Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
This is an all-ship announcement.
No, thank you.
For another team-building movie night. Tonight's selection.
I'm leaning toward this world. 14 days away is not really that good for us, though. Alright, you know what? Let me take a look here. What about 2.5 skulls? We might settle for that in Merrick territory, because we get better store prices and what have you. That's 16 days. That's 21 days. Climate Terran. Climate Water. Alright, well, let's read what it has. Agriculture, intersphere level civilization, manufacturing, medium gravity planet, moderate population, water world. All right, so that's all not you know, it's okay stuff. High gravity planet, planet-wide forest, ruins, Terran world, token population, uninhabited. We wouldn't want that. What about this one? Ice world, low gravity planet, planet-wide storms, ruins, token population, uninhabited. This one's starting to say to me that it's the better. It's only 16 days, though. So the question is, can we get what we want in 16 days? 2.5 skulls is kind of, I think it's doable for sure. So, worth a try. Alright, let's see what we can do with this Wolverine. So we got 2 ballistic, 1 energy, 3 missile. This is going to have to be a more missile-heavy loadout if we use it. Armor default is 760. More than likely be replacing the Enforcer. So it's already better armor, even though I think we upgraded the armor on the Enforcer. So that's good to see. And it would have better mobility as well. So that's pretty good. Standard loadout on a Wolverine is an AC-5, medium laser, and an SRM-6. We may forego the AC-5 if that makes sense, but we'll have to see what we can get out of this thing. How many mechs do I keep around? I usually like to have a full lance, obviously, and then a backup lance, and then a lot of the other stuff is just backups to the backups. I realize I'd save myself a lot of money if I put some of this stuff down in storage, but I kind of keep it around just in case we get into like a flashpoint situation. Where we're really lacking right now is we don't have very much depth of medium mechs, and we have too much depth of light mechs. Things like this spider we're probably never going to use, so I could easily send that down to storage. And now that you say that, I probably will. But let's focus on what we're here for. We're here for this. Alright, so first things first, we know we're going to want jump jets. Not exactly sure where the placement's going to be, but we're going to just throw them out here. It's going to be 5. as the maximum, so that's what we want. We've got 3 missile systems here. They all have to be in that torso section. So that kind of does cause us some issues, but I think it's doable. Let's think about this from an SRM-6 standpoint. Could we get away with 2 or maybe even 3 SRM-6s? Because that'd be pretty good damn firepower if we could. Question is, could we deal with the heat and the ammo and all that other nonsense? This is a lot of focus on that left torso, so we're probably gonna have to armor that side pretty heavily. Where's our energy weapon? Why am I not seeing? Oh, it's in the head. Okay, interesting placement. Well, I'm gonna put a medium laser on there for now. This is kind of just messing around. I'm not saying this is what we're gonna do. Just seeing what it looks like. Yeah. Oh. Oh, you know what? We got an up damage medium. But extra firepower. We need up damage SRM-6s because that's really what I get a lot of my firepower out of. We're looking at 174. That's pretty decent. Obviously could be better. But it's decent for right now. And we have 6 tons to play with. And a lot of that's going to probably be heat sinks, but I would like at least a ton or 2 of... maybe a ton of ammo. I mean, armor. But we need ammo. So right now we're looking at 18 rounds. I think 3 SRM-6s is too much. But we're going to play with it. For SRM ammo, let's just say we put it in that torso section for now. I'm not saying that's where it's going to be, but let's say we do 2 tons. The 2 tons would be 200, and we have 18 shots per turn. So you have over 10. So we'd say 11 and then some change, right? That's not terrible, but it's not great. Yeah, you're probably right on the SRM-4. Unfortunately, I do not have any up damage on any of my SRMs. Play with that. 2 SRM-6s and an SRM-4. So that would be 16. So we'd have... I'm trying to do... We'd have more than 12 turns of constant firing. Which again is pretty good. This is 5 tons left over. We did reduce our damage a little bit, so we're at 158. It's definitely better than what the Enforcer gave us, but the Enforcer had longer range fire. Granted, it kind of needed it because it was slow. So heat sinks. Again, I'm not saying this is where things are going to go. We could put it in the legs. Put it in a lot of different places. 2 heat sinks is probably good enough. That's pretty decent heat efficiency. Put the ammo in the legs, just for the sake of it. I'm gonna put the heat sinks in the center torso to keep them protected. So we could either really go heavily on our armor. This is where I wish I had more energy weapon slots. This is where the Wolverine kind of is really lacking. If we were to replace one of the missile systems with an AC-5, and how expensive would that be from a tonnage? I don't think it's viable, but I know I have one that has +5 damage. It'd take me some finagling to get it in here, because I'd have to rip it out of the Enforcer. But let's say for sake of argument we did that. That is 8 tons. That's not viable. It doesn't matter in this game, yeah, but in Battletech, the tabletop game, it does. Exactly what Zorgi said there. There's a lot of little things like that that are just slight differences from the tabletop. We could go AC2, but I don't know if that's right. That's the right fit for us. It's a lot. It's not very much damage. Yeah. I don't know. I'm really leaning towards the SRM, the 3 SRM6s, because I kind of like the damage output. Let's see what we can do with that. Another heat sink, and then we got. I'm gonna put one here just for all of it. We got 1 turn of armor. I think I'm happy with that. We'll play it by ear. If it doesn't work out, we can always modify it. That's a very good question. Why ACs over anything else? There are people that are fans of ACs. I think ACs have their place in heavier mechs because autocannons are the least heat costing weapon of anything, and especially as you get into the AC-10s and the AC-20s, the damage starts to be pretty damn good. I think it can be viable in a heavier mech, but it's always going to be a problem because it's just so heavy. Never really been that big of a proponent of autocannons, but they do have their place. Mechs that work out with it okay. Hunchback works out pretty good. Centurion is pretty good mech with it. The Orion works out all right with an AC-10. So there's plenty of mechs that work out with an autocannon well, but oftentimes you can get away with replacing an autocannon with, I don't know, a large laser or something. So I've always been more of an energy weapon and missile fan personally, but so I'm not the right person to ask. Because I've always been the damage per ton person. But the reason why a lot of people like autocannons, especially the autocannon 20, is the focus damage. You get 100 points of damage in one location. Now, if it misses, it's a big deal. But if it lands, 100 points in one location is devastating. So that's why people really like autocannons, just that focus damage. You don't get that with missile systems. And I can tell you, from somebody that is a big missile weapon fan, they do a lot of damage, but because it's so spread out, it can be really frustrating because you just pick away at your enemy rather than like getting like one shot, you just blew their head off kind of situation, right? So if you're into that kind of thing, autocannons are decent. All right. I think this is okay. I say we put a ton of armor in it and call it a day. Now, obviously, our left torso is where all our firepower is, so it definitely needs up armored. I would like to have a little bit of armor in my head. Thank you very much. So I'm going to max that sucker out. Arm doesn't really matter. A little bit more in the center torso. I'd like some in the rear here. Like 40, 45. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. It's sandpaper versus pinpoint damage. So we got a decent bit more armor to spend around here. Put a little bit in the legs. All right, we got one more little bit we can put in. Put it in the rear. A lot of people yell at me when I put armor in the rear, but with the style of play I do, you oftentimes get flanked. Or you have the chance of getting flanked, let's put it that way. So, especially if you're facing a lot of light mechs. Alright, this is the way we're going to go. I went more firepower versus... I could have really maxed out the armor, but I wanted to do it. So we went with it. Alright, let's go ahead and confirm. 8 days. We were 16, I think, days we had before we got there, so that still gives us plenty of time left over.
Logged and noted.
So is there anything we want to modify? I don't really think so. I think our mechs are working out okay. I think I'm going to send the spider down. I'm not likely going to use it at this point. Probably keep a lot of the other mechs around, although this commando I'm thinking about sending down too. You know what? Screw that. Let's send that down. All right, that's gonna be it.